Hi everyone, Christina here. Welcome to another video at my YouTube channel and blog. Today I'm going to be doing another lettering video for you guys. This time I'm going to do a watercolor background or watercolor wash first, and then I'll do some gold lettering over the top. So I'm starting out by taping down some watercolor cardstock or watercolor paper. This is Canson XL watercolor paper. I will have all of the supplies I use in this video linked down in the video description below or over in the supplies section at my blog. I've taped that down with some blue painter's tape onto a board. It's cut to 6x9. And now I'm taking some Dr. P.H. Martin's Hydrus Fine Art Watercolor in the color Phthalo Blue, and I'm adding that to a palette. I just squeezed out just a tiny bit. It's a very concentrated color, so you don't need a whole lot. I'm now using a medium aquash brush from Pentel or a water brush. You could use a regular brush if you'd like. This is just a really great way to add a watercolor wash, and I find it really easy to do watercolor washes with a water brush like this because as I need more water, I can just squeeze the barrel of the brush and more water comes out. I've sped up the video to be twice as fast on the speed, just so you can see the entire background process. I did go back into some of the lighter areas and add more of that pigment because I knew I would be adding gold on top, so I needed a fairly dark background in order for the letters to be legible and easier to read. So I wanted it to fade a little bit down at the bottom, so I just squeezed that brush for a little more water at the very bottom of this piece. And then I'm adding some more of that darker color up into some of the lighter areas. This gives it a really fun kind of striped effect as well. So after all of that was completely finished, I let it dry. You could let this air dry or use a heat tool to speed up the drying process if you're a little bit impatient like I am. Now I'm going to use some Finetec Pearl watercolors. This is the gold set that has some golds and kind of a more champagne color and then also a pearlish silver. I'm going to use more of that champagne color. It's just a lighter gold. I find that for some colors it works best to use a little bit of a lighter gold. I didn't quite want to have a really stark yellow gold on top of this phthalo green, so I thought it'd be, or phthalo blue, I'm not sure which color it was, I don't remember now, but I really like how this kind of more champagne gold color turned out. So I'm using my water brush and very gently adding on the words. I'm using that same brush that I used for the background. That makes it super easy to squeeze the brush, get a little more water if I need to add more water to that watercolor. And I really particularly love using the Finetec palette, the metallic palette here, because the colors are so beautiful and they shimmer amazingly in the light. When I'm done with this piece, I'll tip it in the light for you and you'll be able to see how bright and vibrant and shimmery this color really is. It's one of my favorites. The other thing that's really great about the Finetec palette is that if you want to, you could mix a couple of these different gold colors for a more custom shade. So if you were matching something, maybe you're doing a bit of lettering that matches some other artwork in your home, or you want it to match some embellishments that you're going to put on a card or on some sort of artwork piece, you could definitely custom mix a gold that matches your embellishments or any other element on your project. Some of you have asked how to do brush lettering like this, and my biggest piece of advice is to just practice and to also keep your eyes open for really great examples of brush lettering. One resource is Pinterest. It's fantastic, and you can also check out Instagram. There are so many amazing lettering artists and calligraphers on Instagram. You could search under the hashtag brush lettering and tons of examples will come up. So I'm just finishing off the very last word on this phrase. It says, do something that scares you. I think that's a great piece of advice. Nothing really that could harm you, but maybe something that makes you anxious or scared. I think some of my best experiences and the best outcomes I've had are when I do something that's a little bit nerve-wracking. So that is the quote for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will catch you guys in the next card video here at my YouTube channel and blog. Thanks so much for watching.